What's up, everyone? Welcome to Comic Talk. I'm Nick America.
I'm Josh Manhunter.
And we are Omega Level.
Omega Level, Omega Level, Omega Level.
Omega Level. Now, stop. I'm talking. Now, obviously, if you've seen the show before, it's a bit different now. We got a whole different backdrop setup going on here. There's different people sitting here now. There's a different name. Moving forward, the show is going to be Omega Level from now on. That is the name of the show. We're still going to be doing comics. But we have a different episode that's going to be coming out every week now. That's going to be a movie analysis episode that I'm really, really excited about. So yeah, moving forward, this is what the show is now. We're Omega Level, and it is me and Josh that are going to be doing it now, and that's just the way it is. So keep your fat mouth shut and enjoy.
Oh, I didn't realize this was a we thing as he just dominated the conversation. Anyways, recently started Justice League Odyssey. I was really on the fence about this given the team, the weird team that they get. I mean, Cyborg, Azrael. I do like the John Paul. I like that. That Azrael is John Paul.
Jean Paul. Sounds like he's from Les Mis. I'm Jean Paul. I'm Azrael.
Where's Hugh Jackman?
That'd been
also,
perfect.
really appreciate Starfire. Always a big fan of her.
Gotta have her.
And, of course, Jessica Cruz. I, myself, am not familiar with Jessica Cruz, but I am definitely a growing fan of hers during this 4 issues that we've read.
He's definitely not very well informed on Jessica Cruz. He's a huge sexist. You'll see as time moves on. I was very iffy on the team, right? When we were looking through newer series that had come out that we wanted to start reading for the show, I was like, what about Justice League Odyssey? I was like, the story sounds great, but I'm not sold on the team. And he was like, let's just check it out, see what's going on. It's only a couple issues in. If we waste our time, we waste our time on 3 issues. Oh, no. But, man, I'm really digging it. I'm not a Cyborg fan, but he is awesome in this series so far. They're doing him very well. I already like Jessica Cruz. She's no John Stewart. It's the best Lantern.
But, of course.
Stewart. But she's cool. I like her. I love Starfire. You got to love you some Starfire. She's amazing. And, of course, Azrael is always awesome. And the fact that Darkseid's going to be in this, let's go.
Huge spoiler.
Oh, yeah,
huge spoiler.
Huge spoiler for the first 3 pages.
For the first 3 pages and the first cover art. But
this series right now is about the Ghost Sector is an area of the universe that Jessica Cruz is out not policing, but she's sort of watching over and monitoring it, Oh,
she's got that Boy Scout look. She's policing. She's policing.
She's got her scouts going on, but she's out there basically policing this area, making sure that nothing comes in, nothing comes out.
She's out there patrolling the area, making sure that there's not some sort of issue with
the
shenanigans.
Ghost Sector.
No shenanigans.
Yeah.
Absolutely no shenanigans when it comes to the one of Jessica Cruz.
The Ghost Sector is a bunch of homeworlds that Brainiac and miniaturized. And so this is following up from a previous
the multiverse
series.
Is not ready.
Yeah, this is following up from a previous series that I did not read, so I'm not super knowledgeable on what happened to lead up to this, right? But they tell you so much information in the first issue that you're essentially caught up. I wasn't confused or lost at all one bit reading this.
No.
As long as you're familiar with the characters, you're gonna know what's going on. It's very easy to read, which is really cool considering that they're trying to make this a new jumping on point for this series, but it's tying into older stuff. I think it's done very well.
I absolutely feel the same way. When they jump in, I like their introduction of the characters.
I do too.
You start out with Jessica Cruz. Obviously, I skipped a little bit. They do tell you the breakdown of the Ghost Sector,
right?
Expanding those worlds into the multiverse. That, once I said before, is not ready to see.
Definitely not ready.
But when they get onto Jessica Cruz, she's messing with the Ghost Sector. Hey, don't you point at me? Not during this one. All right. Yeah, you sip your cup. Brainiac ship.
Yeah, it's
okay. I didn't have enough troubles already going on.
Yeah, let's have a party now. Brainiac's here. Yeah,
Brainiac's here.
And he's supposed to be dead?
That's a big spoiler. God, man, Brainiac died 4 issues ago.
Yeah, from the last series.
From the last series that they're branching off of.
Yeah,
but
spoilers.
Who's controlling the Brainiac ship? None other than Cyborg and Starfire.
With a stowaway of Azrael on the ship, and they're trying to get into the Ghost Sector, which is why?
Yeah,
nobody wants into the Ghost Sector.
I'm pretty sure Jessica Cruz doesn't even know what the Ghost Sector is.
Yeah.
She
just knows that traveling through it will probably kill you.
Going into the Ghost Sector is a suicide mission. Jessica Cruz, as I was saying earlier, is she's a newer Green Lantern. She's been doing her thing for the Corps. She's very all about that, as you can see through most of the dialogue that they've written.
She's a Green Lantern.
I mean, through and through.
They're all scouts.
There's no, oh no, I don't know if I feel this way, or my will isn't strong enough. No. Yeah, she is very, like I was saying earlier, Boy Scoutish, which is all fine, but that act needs to drop if she needs to.
It's
a
the
little more
lanterns.
assistance.
It's
the lantern. No, I know. How you got a little bit jokey, but we're going back to Jessica.
But he's still Scouty though. Hal's still a Boy Scout.
Still Scouty. I love that Azrael is I've always loved how stoic and just like justice.
Right, yeah,
is,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he comes in.
I love Azrael, dude.
Well, they
I've
get
always liked him.
through. They get through this ghost sector. Obviously, no one is familiar with what they know. Starfire, Cyborg, they are very familiar. Well, know of the ghost sector.
Right.
I'm sure they don't. It's hard to know
they have no idea
all the
what's in it,
things,
yeah.
all the ins and outs of that. They get there. Obviously, a very unfamiliar place and huge monsters. I mean, just very obscure things that they add into these things.
Yeah.
Starfire is doing a little thing, but lo and behold,
The man among men. The man.
the myth, the broken.
The side.
The side. Gosh. Also, can I say I love his design for this series?
Dude, the way that they're drawing Darkseid in this is amazing.
Love
the
his
art,
design.
art period is incredible in Odyssey right now. It's really incredible. But yeah, the first issue is with Darkseid showing up, and he's like, "You're all gods." That's why I called you here. It's like, what?
Good news. Good news.
Good news. You're all gods. So yeah,
Welcome to the family.
So that's the premise of Odyssey. They go into the ghost sector, and apparently Cyborg, Starfire, and Azrael are gods. All these ancient civilizations and cultures that are living on these planets in the ghost sector have been worshiping these three as gods. They have like statues and monuments and stuff to them. It's like, how is this even possible? Like, when did this happen?
What connection?
Yeah.
When
What
did
is
this
going
happen?
on? And like, we're on issue 4 right now, and it's doing a great job of building. We still have no idea how they're gods, why they're gods, how these people came to start worshiping them as gods. Like, Darkseid comes and tells them all this, like, you got to work with me, like, I'm gonna help you or whatever. You know, it's like,
But you know
gotta
Darkseid's
trust
up
me,
to
and it's
something.
like, no, can't trust Darkseid.
You can never trust Darkseid.
It's Darkseid.
But he did seem a little weak in this so far.
He did, right?
I don't know if he's holding back.
At one point, Cyborg and Darkseid were fighting, and Cyborg even has the thought, he's like, I'm keeping up with Darkseid, and that should not be possible, because no, it should be possible. For the guy that can't even enter this universe, like, without destroying it, it's not possible. So there's something going on with Darkseid. I'm not fully convinced that it is Darkseid.
Really?
Yeah, that it's
I never
maybe
really
not
questioned that.
a projection of something else or someone mimicking Darkseid, right? I'm not fully convinced it is him.
Okay,
And if it
okay.
is him, he obviously is holding back. He doesn't want to murder Cyborg at that moment.
Yeah,
he needs him to do something for
I
him.
mean, you don't destroy your chess pieces before you win,
right?
you know?
So if it is Darkseid, he's obviously up to no good, up to nefarious means,
Oh, man.
obviously. I'm
Also,
not sure.
the introduction of a new, villain? Maybe not villain?
Oh,
Rapture?
Rapture. Dude, he is cool looking so far. I like the design.
Of course, and apparently Azrael's like, I like you're wearing my old outfit,
Yeah.
my old armor. Well, of course, got to pay homage, right?
Yeah, he seemed to be like the only one that was left that was a worshiper or follower of Azrael's godhood, right? He was like the devout follower of Azrael. And he's kind of peppered in throughout, and then he finally meets up with Azrael at the end of the last issue.
end
And
of
it's
the
like,
last
oh, snap. Dude, in Cyborg's world that he's supposed to be the god of, that world was fresh.
The Machine World.
Yeah, the Machine World. That
Man.
was so cool.
Oh, man.
Woo!
Great ending on the third issue, too.
Yeah,
For that to be
dude.
the final thing,
Oh,
that was great.
that closing
Oh,
panel was awesome. Awesome. And then Starfire.
It was issue 2, I believe,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is actually my favorite of the 4
yeah, it
so
was
far.
a great issue.
They found her statue first. She was the first
Yeah,
god
she's the
that
first
they
god they
realized,
find.
whoa, what's going on? Why are they praising me? And this priest, the only one left of their race, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
After everything fell apart and
Everyone's dead.
yeah, oh, man,
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
Well, he was so glad that she showed up, to help them, to save them. She finally came, their goddess that they're preaching for, they're praying for, you know.
And he takes them to the statue of like Starfire, right? And there's like it's holding an artifact, and it's this godly like artifact thing. But this guy is dying, and he says that the writings on the artifact say that Starfire has the ability to learn language through contact, which is something she does have. It's like, how does this know that? You know?
Yes.
And like she even says, "You mean my ability to do this?" And he's like dying, he's hurt, and she's like, "You're hurt. I can help you." And he's like, "Well, like basically, I'm dead. Let me." Like, allow me to give you my knowledge of our language so that you can learn all of this, because she can through physical contact. So she touches him, learns the language, and he dies. And she's never done that to someone they've dying before. And she even says, like, it feels different. Well, through absorbing the language, she can read what the artifact says. But also, the priest had some kind of weird evil within him that went into Starfire, and she went nutso,
Yeah.
freaked out, and started wrecking and destroying everything. Is this what happened to these people? Did
Is
the
it some
priest
sort
kill
of-
them all, or did some kind of evil sickness cause them all to go crazy and kill each other? Like, what happened to this culture?
I mean, maybe being broken out of what, basically little, glass containers that Brainiac decided to put these worlds in.
Yeah, these
I
whole
mean,
entire worlds.
Like, to have them do that, I'm assuming that maybe they are infected
Mm-hmm.
completely, and he's one of the last living ones, and maybe it's not contagious. I don't know if it's just this race, because
Yeah.
she only got it when she gave the blessing, when she said that ultimarian prayer. You know what I mean? To Exalt or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. When she said that and then and like had contact with him, she got the evil.
Yes.
And they other cultures or whatever know of this too. they say whenever they come in, I think the third issue when they go to another world, they're concerned that they may have a sickness.
No, of course.
Right? And well, they not concerned. Starfire does have the sickness.
Well,
like,
it's similar
she's
to
dying.
real life. You go across seas.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
need
oh,
vaccines.
what are you bringing here? You know,
What are you bringing?
So these other worlds know that this culture had it, and they all died off from it, but we don't know what it was. And then she gets healed by Darkseid in disguise.
Because see, it also begs the question: the cyborg world seems fine.
Exactly. Did Darkseid even? Did he do this to him? Did he put the sickness on him to kill them all? I mean, he's Darkseid, bro.
It's Darkseid. He always is up to something.
He's a piece of trash.
There is absolutely no way
No,
that he is
it's not
going to
possible.
turn out to be a good person in this.
No.
And if he is, I'm done.
No, if he is, he's not him. It's like Manhunter disguised as him or something. And it's like,
Hey,
why
I'm
are you
Josh
playing?
Manhunter.
Why are you playing these games? Yeah, Josh Manhunter.
Calm that down real quick.
But yeah, so far, man, I'm really digging Odyssey. We're only 4 issues in. If you're a fan of these characters, absolutely worth your time. Even if you're not, like, I'm not a huge fan of any of them. I like Starfire. I don't go on my way to read things with Starfire. I like Jessica Cruz. I don't go on my way to read things with her. And like same for Azrael. And Cyborg, I just don't really like. But the story itself is really cool. The way it's going right now, the art is fantastic. The way the characters are depicted is really awesome, and it has Darkseid. I mean, I don't know what else I need
And
to tell
an
you on.
awesome design of Darkseid,
Dude,
man.
oh.
It's so sleek. It doesn't look too over the top. It really, I don't know. God, it's so sleek.
It's nice, dude. I like
It's
it.
you could say Omega.
Got him.
So we're not going to acknowledge the family member that was introduced?
Cyborg's cousin.
Oh, of course, man. Did you
Yeah.
not see Cyborgarella? Cyborgarella?
Cyborgarella was there. She was fire.
No, but speaking of fire, Blackfire.
Dude, I was so hyped to see Blackfire. That's so
Man,
dope. The
awesome.
evil sister of Starfire. For those that don't know who that is, Blackfire is legit, and she is nuts.
And,
Super powerful, too.
And the true heir to the Tamara.
Yeah.
Or Tamaran?
Tamaran.
Tamaran?
True heir to the Tamaran throne. Yeah, she's a piece of
obviously,
garbage.
Starfire is more deserving. She actually has a better heart. She's not evil.
She's actually a good, pure
She's
soul.
actually a good person.
Yeah, whereas Blackfire, no, just a piece of dog crap.
Really glad they introduced her. They did the, I guess you could say cliche. They hit her face while Darkseid had a nice little combo with her. Blackfire gave a little bit of this is my world. What are you doing here? Also, the balls on that woman.
Right? Seriously.
So I know,
what? This is Darkseid.
Yeah, dude. Love that. Standing up to
don't care.
Darkseid. Always have my respect for that. Also, I start to question your sanity.
Yeah,
Because,
100% question that.
Also makes me question, is Darkseid fully Darkseid? See,
That's what I'm saying,
I really
dude.
hope
Like, there's a lot of questions going on right now. I love the way it's being written. I
really
love it.
do. I
So, yeah,
really do.
If you're a DC fan, definitely worth picking up. Fan of any of these characters, worth picking up. If you just like good stories, it's worth reading. Comic fans in general, like, this is a really good series so far. Obviously, it's only 4 issues in, so it could take a drastic turn and be trash.
Really good. And this last issue lost a writer, I believe.
No,
I didn't
did it?
feel like
Oh,
it dropped
man.
any.
I didn't either. I
I
thought
thought
it was still
issue
good.
4 was pretty solid.
Yeah.
2's my favorite. 4's, they're
Yeah,
good.
it's still good.
Good,
It's keeping good consistency so far.
real good
Good
pace. And the art style, really good.
It's
Sleek.
fantastic,
It's
dude.
sleek.
It's fantastic.
How they break the dialogue up too, like they'll speak a different language, but they'll have that at the very bottom of the bubble, and then you can read with their man. It's
Yeah,
that's
that
really
was
cool.
dope.
That's really
I
cool.
like to do that. So yeah, we're gonna be reading Justice League Odyssey. Gonna continue reading Mr. and Mrs. X moving forward. We're also gonna read Martian Manhunter. There's only 2 issues, so we're gonna be reading that. And we're gonna pick up Heroes in Crisis. It's only a 9-issue miniseries, so we're definitely gonna catch up and read all that and review that, talk about it. And the new Guardians of the Galaxy comes out this month. That Donny Cates is writing, sure to be insane. It's a bit of a continuation, a little bit from his Cosmic Ghost Rider series, and it ties heavily into the Infinity Wars event that just happened. Super excited! It's Donny Cates. It's gonna be a huge event. Lots of people are gonna die. It's gonna be big. Massive
What?
crap's gonna happen. Oh yeah,
People are gonna die.
so we're gonna read that. Those are the 5 comics that we're gonna be reading at the moment. If anyone wants to read them with us and catch up, so you know what we're talking about, because like we're gonna spoil like nonstop. I mean, we're gonna talk about it like you have already read it as well. That's just what we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
we held back a little bit in this
little
one,
bit,
but I
but
feel like
we're still-
we've definitely
yeah.
spoiled some big drops.
So it is no secret. This is comic talk. We love comics. Avengers In Game comes out this summer. Very, very soon. Just a couple months. Like what, 2-3 months away now. It's in April.
It is in April.
So it's about 3 months away right now. So we're gonna start reviewing.
That's a good month, by the way. Just had to get that out of there.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
going to be a good
It's
month.
gonna be a great month.
That is going to be a great month.
We're gonna review, as in like actual review, not like a review of a movie. We're gonna be going back and watching all the team up movies, like the big MCU team up films. And the only reason we're only doing those is because there's just not enough time to watch one a week leading up to it.
I mean,
to watch all
Daredevil,
of them.
Elektra, we're hitting them all. We're hitting them all.
So we're going to watch Avengers, which we've already watched. We're about to talk about that in a second. The first Avengers. We're also going to watch, blanking on the name of the second
Come on,
Avengers.
dude.
Age of Ultron.
Come on, man.
We're going to watch Age of Ultron. We're going to watch Infinity War. We're going to watch Civil War. We're going to watch...
we were debating on Winter Soldier, but that didn't feel like a
Winter
team-up
Soldier's not
movie.
really a big team-up film. Like,
Maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp, but I still don't think that one... I mean, it leads up.
I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp seems like it's going to have a...
especially with him being in the quantum realm.
The quantum realm's a
Spoiler!
pretty big deal. So we might rewatch that one. That we'll have to map out the time and see if we have enough for that. But yeah, we're definitely
Plus
going to
Evangeline
do the
Lilly.
three.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
Come on.
we're going to do the 3 Avengers movies for sure. We're going to do Ragnarok because it's a team up film with Hulk and
it
and
literally
Thor,
leads
so
up
it's got to be.
to
And
the
it leads up
beginning
to
of
the very beginning of
Infinity
Infinity War. Yeah,
I
like
mean,
it
you can't
literally-
leave that out.
Yeah. So that one, then we're obviously going to watch Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, because they are all next phase big characters.
Also,
They're gonna be
Stone's
leading
involved,
it. Stone?
as in the Infinity Stones?
The Stearns?
The Stearns
The
are
Stearns.
in Verve?
The Stearns are
I mean, come on. Doctor Strange at the end?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So watch all those. Obviously, we'll watch Captain Marvel before it comes out. So we're gonna watch all these leading up to it, like the big team ups, and then the ones that are gonna be big phase characters for the next phase. And we're gonna talk about those. So we're gonna talk for a few minutes right now about the first Avengers before we wrap this.
Going into
episode
Infinity
up.
War. We just lied about everything.
So the first Avengers, man, like first off, he has said multiple times to me this week, how insane is it that is Joss Whedon's second film?
Second film.
It's not like the second thing he ever did in the entertainment industry. He had a bunch of TV shows, well, not a bunch, but he did like Buffy, which is huge. Then he did Dollhouse, Firefly.
big following of
He did
Buffy.
a Firefly movie, Serenity, which is his first movie, which is amazing. And then he did Avengers. Like, dude, what is this career? What's happening?
We get it. You want to stay in it for a while. You want to make some money,
My
and you want to
gosh,
have fun.
dude.
He's a big comic book fan too. He
huge
says
fan.
that.
He's written comics before.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
It's amazing. So yeah, the first Avengers, dude, he does such an amazing job of bringing the team camaraderie aspect to it, right? They do a great job of bringing everybody together because they're very scattered when the movie starts. Like the MCU did a decent job of like building the characters, but it had like a Defenders effect where it didn't do such a great job of putting them all in line to just be brought together immediately in the beginning of the movie.
Of course not.
Like so, like they had to like not scramble, but they had to spend some time bringing everyone together. The way they did it was awesome. I think the way that they bring Hulk in was perfect. That was incredible. I love that. I love that.
I mean, that's
the way
great.
they do that.
And they made the smart choice of who to ask for, and that sets the stage for the next movies
it
as
sets
well.
stage for everything after that with
Because
him
that
and Widow.
chemistry from the jump, I feel like
Already
Scarlett
there.
Johansson and Mark Ruffalo were doing an excellent job on screen. Mark,
mean, it's
especially
it's Ruffalo.
rewatching the first Avengers, seeing Mark Ruffalo get in here, I mean, I've liked him from the jump, you know what I mean? But seeing him handle that awkward, too smart for anybody else pretty much mentality of Bruce Banner,
Banner.
but he doesn't push that on people. He's not Tony Stark, you know what I mean? He's not arrogant. He's not going to put that on you. Bruce Banner's not going to do.
He's super smart in that way that he knows he's more intelligent than like almost anyone he's ever in the same room with, but he's not cocky about it. He's actually kind of self-depreciating
When
about
you
it.
see him, he's helping people.
Yeah, yeah.
He's in a like third world country helping people.
Yeah, exactly.
He's also trying to obviously stay unnoticed, but that
Exactly.
doesn't go well
But
because
that obviously
S.H.I.E.L.D.
doesn't work. It's Shield. But yeah, Banner's very self-depreciating about his own thing. He's like a comedian. You know what I mean? Like stand-up comedians are always like making fun of themselves. Banner does the same thing with his intelligence. Like it's very Stark to Stark.
Okay, I can see that.
It's very different than Tony Stark. Like they work very well together. Like I like their dichotomy. Also, Robert Downey Jr. This may be the best performance he gives in all of the MCU as Iron Man, in my opinion. It's this movie.
I think they made a big
Definitive Iron Man.
You think so? You think
He's
Avengers
definitively Stark and Iron Man in this movie. Just the interactions. It's the first time he's
and
ever
Pepper,
interacted with
too,
Hulk.
yeah.
First time he's ever interacted with Captain America, and like he's already interacted with Widow before because she debuts in Iron Man 2. So like the first time
Once you
he's
take off that suit, what are you really on?
yeah,
What are you really?
exactly. And when the first time he interacts with like Thor and stuff is in this movie, and just he nails the writing was nailed, the way that he performs is nailed. Like it's just, and I'm not a big Robert Downey Jr. fan. I think he's amazing, and he was perfect for Iron Man. There's no one else. But the way he
He's
nailed it
seriously
was
synonymous
amazing.
with that, just like
Dude,
he
he
was the
is.
Wolverine. I mean,
Exactly. He is that character. And Ruffalo was an amazing choice. I love Ruffalo, but when they first cast him, I was like, I don't know. That's kind of awkward.
Well, of course,
I
following
don't
Edward
know.
Norton, I'm actually a fan of the Incredible Hulk movie.
I am
yeah,
too.
the
Good
screenplay
movie.
could have used some, it's a little shoddy, but still,
Yeah.
fun movie.
You
Hulk
know-
got showcased well, fighting the Abomination. Sorry, I'm getting a little
I
off
love
track.
that. I love
but,
that.
man,
dude.
I mean,
I love they brought him in.
that's what I'm saying. Edward Norton
And
was a great
my boy
Bruce
Tim
Banner.
Roth did it. Come on now.
I know.
Tim Rothenhofer.
Man, love the scene when you first get to meet Black Widow in this movie. She's being interrogated.
Oh, dude, that's one of the
God,
best scenes.
3 just mobsters, doing all they could, giving her all they had. Well, that's what
That's what they thought.
That's what they thought they
Yeah.
were doing. And just while having her hands tied, still to a chair, beating 3 people and just walking off like, this is what I do.
Picking up her shoes at the end, too, on the phone.
Dude,
Just gotta go.
Man, I loved it. Loved it. Kicked off her shoes.
I love
during
Widow.
that. God.
I don't understand how people have this criticism that Joss Whedon didn't write the female characters well in this movie. That was a criticism that was levied against him for both the Avengers movies, and it's like people just forgot that he wrote Buffy. First off, one of the most lauded female characters of all of TV, one of the most well-developed and written female characters. The female characters on that show outshone the male characters, like, hands down. They were all written better, and they were all better developed. He did Firefly, which has extremely strong female characters in it. He did Dollhouse, which stars a female character in it. Like, the dude loves female characters, and he writes them very well. I thought the way he wrote Black Widow was incredible. Her best writing, period, in all those movies is the first Avengers.
And I thought she had really solid screen time, too.
Exactly. Dude, yeah, she's given a lot of time, and she's putting on the same level of Iron Man, a guy in a suit, of Thor, a literal god, of Captain America, who's a super soldier, of Hulk, who is Hulk, and she's put on the same level as them. It's never like, oh, she's just a human. No, she's the same level.
Yeah,
same with Hawkeye, same level. They are heroes.
Yep. Hawkeye also, rewatching those movies, you gain a little bit more respect. It does suck that he was taken out from basically the jump of that movie, but beginning. You still didn't take away from his skill from that movie.
He's still beast mode.
And that was another thing when you're saying not writing a woman well. Joss Whedon doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to her. And you have Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., who's at that time the face of the MCU.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, his movies are really what propelled this to even happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, of course, he's going to dominate most of the screen time. They zoom in on his face. I actually really like that aspect of Iron Man. They just did a suit, and I'm like, oh, he's not in the suit. And, that
you're talking about the animation for that? Dude, that's so cool. I love it.
The little dialogue between him and Jarvis. He's like, I love it. Hey, go ahead and do this. Already on it. Before he even finishes a sentence. Because, he made it. So, of course, the text's great.
He's Tony Stark.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's only one thing. No, there's only one country that can compete with Stark's technology. Wakanda. Forever.
Forever.
But to say that she's not written, she is absolutely wonderful in that film.
Absolutely, dude.
Scarlett Johansson is
absolutely. The
awesome
Russos
Black
did a
Widow.
really good.
She felt hurt, with losing one of her, like Hawkeye.
With Hawkeye, yeah, that's her best friend.
Having him have his mind take over. Feel bad for the doctor too. God.
Oh, dude, yeah, he gets pooped on.
He was lost for a while for all of that movie until they saved the day.
Yeah, at the very end.
Woo! That's why he's messed up in Dark World.
And I see it right there. Loki's scepter.
Yeah. Ooh, and how about Loki's scene when he thinks that he has the upper hand against Black Widow?
Dude, that's again
putting on a good acting job.
When she goes and gets Hulk, her interrogation scene, when she gets Hulk, and then with Loki are, in my opinion, 3 of the standout scenes in that movie. Dude. Those are 3 of the scenes that you immediately remember for the film, and they're all Black Widow scenes. I knew I remember her being written very well and loving her in this movie. But going back and watching it again, it's like reminded me. It's like, man, she has so many key pivotal scenes in this movie, dude.
And she takes initiative. Some of the things.
Point of the film, like I don't get it, dude. She's not as much of a key point in Ultron, which we'll get to when we get to that. But that's because they tried to balance so many more people too. Yeah. But at the same time, she still has a huge presence. But regardless, I think the Russos did a good job writing her as well for Civil War and for Infinity War. But it's undeniable that her best writing, Stop.
But that's all, folks.
Yeah, it's undeniable, in my opinion, that she. Oh no, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Okay, this is.
I like movies, and this is a fact.
Getting out of hand.
And for me, it's undeniable that her best writing and the best showcase of Black Widow was in the first Avengers.
I thought she was really good in Winter Soldier, though.
She's excellent in Winter Soldier.
She comes in, steals the information from the jump. I mean,
she's very well written in that movie too. That's what I'm saying. Like the Russos do a great job with her as well. Yes. She's very well written, and she's pretty much treated like a co-lead in that movie. It's her and Cap, which is awesome.
I liked her in Age of Ultron as well. I mean, we'll save that for another talk.
When we do that one. But yeah, so the team up was done very well. The action scenes are just fantastic, dude. The entire last hour of the movie is just an action scene, and it's beautiful. It's brilliant. The first time, like, the Avengers scene, when they all land, they've been fighting and they all land together, and the camera does the pan around of them, and Tony Stark just call it. Woo! Get goosebumps thinking about it, man. Like, that was the Avengers. Like, okay, they're here.
Cap first lands down on that car in front of the police people. He's like, bring the people here. Go ahead and get down 40th Street. He's like, what makes you think I'll listen to you? Let me kick like 4 people's butts real quick.
Yeah, let me just whip this guy's ass. And then
Cop turns around immediately. Boom, boom, boom.
He's like, we need to get here, here, and here. Dude.
Also, what I was saying, I don't mean to, go back again, but when Black Widow.
Just go back whatever you want to. Oh my God.
Okay, this is going so well, guys. Welcome to Omega Level. This is great. But also another big initiative moment was Cap even questioned Black Widow when they're having during that last little hour sequence, that awesome fight. They go into that, and
her going up.
Yeah, she has you got a ride. He's like, I think so. She even questioned herself. She was like,
I think I can do this.
I can do this. Shoots herself in the sky. Obviously needed a little help from Cap with his awesome shield. God, vibranium.
His strength.
Also, we skipped an amazing part of that movie.
What's that?
When Iron Man, Thor going at it for the first time, Thor's introduction.
Dude, yeah,
awesome
that was so dope. Oh, dude, and then
oh
my God, the classic team-up move of Iron Man shooting the shield.
I was going to say
projecting around.
Ultimate Alliance. Let's go.
That was
that's first thought every time I see
it.
it. Every time
that was
I see
fresh.
It. Hulk and Thor teamed up for a little bit.
Yeah,
they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even. I don't think they were actually working together. Watching that, they're fighting on top of those. The next big thing.
Yeah.
Like they just were boom, boom. Thor throws his hammer. It happened to catch the person that Hulk was throwing back. Like,
but then Hulk does shove like the big debris down, and Hulk.
Yes.
And Thor hammers it down.
That's the moment I was thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was intentional. I thought it was like, oh, Hulk just happened to smash there. Yes.
It was dope.
And then of course they ended with wonderful comic relief when they go into the room. Thor looks at Hulk. Hulk does nothing but punch him in the face.
Just get out.
This was for earlier.
And then the best scene of the entire movie is when Hulk and Loki finally face off. Just bam, 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 bam. Puny God. That was awesome. But overall, great movie. Excellent start to like the whole overall team up of the MCU. Like
to show that a team up movie is possible and can just blow the bank.
Can be this good. Can be this good. Omega Level is proudly sponsored by Ink or Dye Studios, a unique combination of a tattoo parlor and hair salon. Located at 270 North Dakota Street by Flanagan's, Ink or Dye Studios employs the best artists and stylists around. Boasting a friendly atmosphere, helpful, talented, and incredibly creative staff, Ink or Dye Studios is the only tattoo shop and hair salon you'll ever need. Stop in, call, or contact them through their social media accounts today to set up an appointment. All right, so we're going to stop, man. I hate you so much. We're gonna end it there. That's the end of the episode. You're fat and stupid. Make sure you guys make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell to get notifications whenever we post content. Let us know down below in the comments. What do you think of Justice League Odyssey? Are you reading it? Did what we say inspire you to want to read it? What do you think of Avengers? How amazing is it? Josh Whedon's awesome. It's a fact. How hype are you for Endgame?
Endgame.
How hype are you that the Russos never lie? That they definitely said that Endgame the title has never been spoken in any of the movies before. In Infinity War, it is said Endgame like 3 different freaking times. They will not lie to us. It does not happen.
There's the Endgame.
They will never lie. We're in the Endgame now, Tony. They'll never lie. Never gonna happen.
Thanks, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, appreciate you tuning in. We don't like you. Don't ever tune in again. Unsubscribe. The channel is stupid. It's pointless.
Ignore him and please do tune in again.
Nope, your life's a lie.